Just imagine making money while you sleep. It sounds like a dream, right? Well, it's not. Passive income is key to reaching financial freedom. And today I'm going to tell you 6 ways that I generate passive income. Don't forget to stick around until the end because there are some ways that might surprise you in the way that I generate passive income. So let's move on. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for more insights on finances and how you can improve your financial situation. Number 1, dividend stocks. Dividend stocks are stocks that pay you dividend on a regular basis. Most of the time it's 3 months, but there are some stocks that pay on a monthly basis, such as realty income. And there are different examples of dividend stocks. Some more known are like Pepsi, Realty Income, like Verizon. Those are the stocks that pay on a periodic basis. The great thing is you will earn money just by holding these stocks. If you reinvest these dividends back into these stocks, you can grow your passive income even more. One thing to pay attention to is that you should not focus blindly on the dividend yield, because one key thing about dividend stocks is that you always have to look at the safety of this dividend. How consistent have this company been paying dividend, and have they been growing the dividend payouts as well? Because if they increase the dividend payment, that means that also in the future, even when there's inflation, your dividend will also grow along. Number 2, rental income. So with rental income, either you have an existing property or you buy a new property, and you can then use it to rent it out to somebody else to generate income. The good thing about real estate is it provides a steady cash flow, and in the meantime there's also a chance of appreciation. Don't think that rental income is only for the rich people, because if you have a house that you already own and you go on holidays, you can also rent that through Airbnb. So this is not only limited for people that have access to capital to buy rental properties. Rental income is not without risk, because sometimes tenants don't pay and it will take a long time to evict them. And also they might create any damage in your house, which will cost you a lot of money to repair. 3, I buy bonds. So when it comes to bonds, I buy corporate and government bonds. And most of the time I buy short-term bonds of 3 months. So every time when it passed the due date, it will just vanish, and then I'll get my payment and I get the money back so that I can use it to buy something else. Why bonds are great? If a company goes bankrupt, then you're the first one to collect your debt. However, there's a key risk if you buy long-term bonds, because if you buy long-term bonds and the inflation is going up and the interest rates are also going up, there's a high likelihood that the value of your bonds will decline. So even though you get your money paid, the thing is that the value of your bonds will decline. Number 4, selling cash secured puts. I sell put options on stocks that I would like to own. And the good thing about this is that I will earn a premium while I'm waiting. So if the stock does decline below the agreed price, then buyer of that option has the right to sell the stocks to me at that price. And if it doesn't happen, I'll just receive the premium and then I can sell another put option again. This also helped me to lower my average cost price of my stocks. A pro tip would be to stick to blue chip stocks and avoid excessive leverage. So when I mean with excessive leverage is that you should make sure that you have the money to buy the stocks in case that put option is executed and you need to buy it. The risk to put options is that when it's executed, you're forced to buy 100 units of a certain stock. So if your stock is $50, that means that you have to buy 100 units of $50, which equals to $5,000. And also, when the price falls below $50, so $40 for example, that means that you would take a loss of approximately $10 minus the premium that you have received. Number 5, high yield saving accounts. So when it comes to my emergency fund, I will put the money most of the time in a high yield saving account. And I've noticed that in the Netherlands, when it comes to the big banks, they don't pay a lot of interest rates. So most of the time it will be 1.5%. And if you would look online for other foreign banks, you would notice that the interest rates are probably 1 or 2 percentage points higher than the big banks in the Netherlands. So always shop around for your high yield saving account. Great thing about high yield saving account is that it's risk-free. and it provides you a lot of liquidity. So in case of an emergency, you can always take out the money to use it for emergency. If you're shopping around for foreign banks that offer higher interest rate, please make sure there's a deposit guarantee. So that means that if the bank does go bankrupt, that the local government will pay you back in the local currency. And also make sure that there's a tax treaty so that you don't have to pay double taxes on the interest rate. And on top of that, if possible, please make sure that you're getting and putting the money in the same currency that you use, so that in case there's a financial crisis and the currency that you're storing it on the bank is declining, you don't get that same amount while it's lower in value than what you previously have exchanged it for. Number 6, solar panels. So we have installed solar panels on our house, and that provides us energy. So that reduces the cost of energy. But at the same time, when we have excessive energy, we will sell that back to the network, and then we receive money on that. A tip would be to always look at the government subsidies, and whether there's local subsidy or there's tax return or tax deduction. So we have received income from our solar panels for a while, but there's always one risk, and that's how politics change. And so for now, we're still making money, but it's expected that the income that comes from solar panels will decline over time. Now you know 6 powerful ways to generate passive income. So which is the first one that you're going to use? So please comment down below. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe here for more financial insights. Thank you for your time, and see you in the next one.